elderberry wine, which people say to make must out of it. So you take you squeeze the berries. But I find if you leave the berries in, it gives it a lot like a darker, heavier taste.
I don't make elderberry wine. It's called sambuco. You can buy it from Boots, which is the antiviral thing. Right. Made from elderberry.
Never heard of this.
Oh no, the Roman is Sambuca nigra is a Latin name of elder, you see. Right. And it's called sambucol, and it's cordial. Really, you call it cordial. We'll add a bit of sugar to it.
Sure.
But it's so antiviral, and they think how it works is it's been known about it since Roman times. They never went invading anywhere without taking a good supply of this with them to keep their men fit and healthy. That it actually coats viruses with jelly, which just stops them reproducing. So if you're going down with the flu, you quickly swig half a bottle of this stuff. And
I read that actually, because when coronavirus came out, I had half a dozen bottles of elderberry wine from last year, and I was thinking, well, if I keep it, all I've got to do is if I start feeling a bit, I'm not suggesting anyone go around
it's got
and use
a
this as a medicine,
amount of vitamin C in it,
which
is going to give you, a good defence for a start off. But there's some other magic ingredient in there.
But it tastes like wine though as well, because with the other wines that I make, they don't actually taste like wine. They're sort of a similar to wine, but they're not. They've got a very different taste. Damson wine, for example, actually smells like schnapps. But the elderberry wine actually does taste like wine, and you can tell it's I don't know. You can tell it's a designed for that in my eyes. I mean, whether it is or isn't.
Well, I've got a big bottle of sambucol I made, and it's no trouble to make. Your hands go purple, after you cooked all the berries.
It smells really nice.
Yeah, it smells really nice. Lovely, and then I added a bit of sugar to it and just boiled it up. You just boil it up and then take all the elderberries out and boil it again for another 20 minutes and then bottle it up and freeze it. I imagine the bought stuff, the stuff you get from Boots, has got some sort of artificial preservative in it to keep it going. But all you need is a teaspoonful or two in the morning. And Sarah takes it because she works in the university, and not this year, but most years the freshest flu comes round.
Well, yeah, true.
And she wants to avoid that because in Oxford, of course, you've got people coming from all four corners of the globe, and they all mingle together. It's like a petri dish down there.
But that's another thing. I think the thing I like most about being in the countryside is the stuff that you make, and it can be so good because we've got. In the fridge here, we made rosehip syrup this year, first time.
We used to do that as kids.
Does the same, well, not probably as good, but it does a similar job, doesn't it? Yeah, loads of it.
There was a lovely story Sarah was reading. During the war, they paid kids to go and collect it because oranges and stuff weren't coming in. They needed vitamin C. And the WI, or the Women's Institute, used to go and collect them up, and they went up to a central place. And there was a school up in, I think it was Northumberland, and they came back after the summer holidays, and the school had been the collection centre, and the piano wouldn't play. And bang, 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 nothing, absolutely nothing. Anyway, they lifted the lid, and the mice had taken the kernels, the inside bits, and carted them all and squirreled them all inside this piano, and it completely killed the piano until they cleaned it out.
Have you seen though? They do it underneath the bushes because
you can see them. They're absolutely white with the inside bits. The peel's completely gone.
And they all stack them up in little piles of stuff. It's interesting watching it, but.